Hey, hold on a sec. Wrong screen. There it is. All right. This is going to be a multi-part thing for the pirate treasure um, quest. But I did want to show you I'm on the right track. I know that because I did a quick search in Ghidra for. Well, I did a search for pirate, and it came back with like the pirate rat spawner stuff, and then there's the flag of the pirate, and I didn't see anything related really to the chest or the code. What I was looking for, uh, so if there's code validation being done, right? Either that validation is being done client or it's being done at the server. Could be either, but considering everything we know about the game so far, chances are it's at the client because that's much easier for the individual to reverse engineer. And so I started looking around for a function that looked like it did something like that. And so searching for pirate got me nowhere. So I searched for DLC and I found a bunch of promising submit DLC functions and stuff. And eventually I was able to find the key verifier class with the verify key function here. And excuse me. And that's where I'm at right now over here on this side. So what we have in Ghidra, of course, this is going to be essentially pseudocode, right? It's trying to reassemble things. So what I'm going to do is I'm simply going to take this pseudocode. I'm going to start up a new project here. File. Maybe I should do this in. Maybe I should do this in. Nah, that's fine. We'll use C++. That's new project. Sorry, I suddenly am having issues with my allergies. Something between the 15 minutes of finishing up the egg hunt and now, and something is bothering me. Maybe I should just pop this into Notepad++ and just edit it there and eh, whatever. I'm already halfway through creating a new project, so I might as well. Verify DLC project. Yes. And save my phone hook. I almost want, I could maybe even put this in Pwn Hook so that, when I hit a key, it generates a valid code, but I don't know enough about the pseudocode to know if that's even a thing. For all I know, there's only one correct version, or one correct solution. Come on now, come on. This doesn't hurry up. I'm just going to drop this in Notepad. There we go. Okay. I'm going to pop this over here where you can see it. Hopefully. Sort of. There we go. All right, I'm just gonna dump this code in here, and then I'll clean it up. What? Nature. What? What is going on here? Oh, that's why. Yeah, that was so hard to find. All right, here. All right, just dump it in there. Get myself a better IDE. I gotta do. All right. So I haven't looked at the code yet. I just saw that there's a verify key function. I took a quick look and I saw a security cookie. So I was like, okay, this must be it. So let's see what we got here. And remember, this is not going to be close to valid code any means whatsoever. A lot of this is going to be just plain junk. But let's see if we can make some sense of it and at least make sure that this is what it seems to be. All right, got a bunch of variables. Local 8 is security cookie. Stack FFFC. if in ECX 4, so it is creates an array and then it checks what's in index 0. Okay, so actually, you know what? I'm gonna keep a paper record here of what I know, because this might just be as easy as just reading the code and figuring out what the thing is. All right, so we know that we have, let's see, it's going to be at least 4 characters, most likely more. And we know that the character in array position, I'm sorry, at least 5 characters, and the character in array position 4, which is character 5, is not a 0. UVAR equals, UVAR is, okay. All right, so then we know that the password is at least 6 digits, and array position 5 is a number. All right, var if you in ECX, okay, if hex F. I don't have all of these characters memorized, I'm afraid. Converter. I probably should. I've only been working with values like this, you know, for several decades, but what's this? I just need a conversion chart. That's all I need. All I need, guys. Should probably also keep one of these handy. I end up looking them up fairly frequently. All right. Six. Oh, what am I doing? It's F. Okay. It's F. Hex F. 0 through F. Hex. I don't know. I'm stupid. All right. So then we got that one. Undefined. Okay. So I see enough. Oh, what is alphanumeric characters? If do we have is it spanning multiple weird functions or something? It's down here. Security check cookie. Okay, so this is our final validation. Okay, so then it just calls. Okay. So less than 15, less than 15 is less than, so you know, okay, we know what those are. Done a couple of times. CVAR8 equals CVAR8 plus negative x2o, while CVAR12 does not equal CVAR8. Okay, so all I wanted to do by pasting this pseudocode and going through it is to make sure that I was on the right track. And I think that I am. And the reason that I think that I am is this is just going to be a complicated process of reverse engineering this by going through, well, I don't necessarily need to go through all the functions. There's 2 ways I could approach this. I could either go through all of the functions step by step and deduce their value, or at least a range of values, and then that will significantly narrow down the number of codes that are generated, and then I can just brute force the rest. Or I can change the pseudocode and try to write it up into actual code and then run it and see what comes out as far as validation. Either way, I should be able to divine the correct passcode. But I'm not going to have you sit here and watch me go through step by step and figure out what each of these are. What I'm going to do is the approach I'm going to take is I'm going to take the option A, and I'm just going to step by step go through to see if I can figure out. So if I, for example, I figured out that character 5 in array position 4 is not 0. I know that 6 is a number, right? So that means I don't have to test every alphanumeric character. I just have to test the numeric characters. And that means that well, at least so far with number 5, I need to test all characters except for 0. And go on from there. And that, if we go through this process, will significantly reduce the number of possibilities down to possibly as few as a couple of dozen, maybe. And then just writing a quick, thing to brute force strings that match that, and then just trying them. That will be what to do. So rather than having you sit here and watch me go through the process of whittling it down, I'll get back to you with a part 2, when I get to the point where I believe that I have figured everything out and know which pieces go where, and I'm ready to generate some of those potentially valid codes. And then I'll show you how all that was put together. So I won't make you sit here and watch that. We'll just do a part 2.